Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, HollywoodShono here, about to give you another WWE Mayhem video. And this video we're going to be doing the Uso get-together event, but one thing I would like to keep in mind is that unlike possibly the rank up key event, which is pretty RNG based, the skills case is very RNG based too, but it seems like it's a lot better of a farm, just because skills seem a lot better than weight cases, especially since you're probably going to get tier 3 weights that are useless outside of basic weights because of how common they are. Now, if you fully clear the event, you're also going to get 600 skill keys on top of 10 gold and 500 skill keys. But farming the event is not actually that bad, considering that at most, you're going to be doing 5 fights. The top pathway actually has 6 altogether, and they're pretty much decently level 2 stars, but if you have a 4-star, you probably want to farm in the top pathway. The middle pathway is actually going to be the easiest if you have a 4-star, because opponents' AI is really dumb when they tag out. Now, for the purpose of this event, we're only going to be doing the bottom and the top pathways, and I do plan on farming some skill cases. That way, maybe I can do a video and see what we actually get. So in our first matchup, we have Randy Orton, and you can only use these 2 characters. So we're going to use Jey Uso, try to keep Jimmy Uso a little healthier. We're going to start with the top pathway. Actually, we're going to start with the bottom pathway. Then we're going to work our way up, take Naomi out, since we only need her for the bottom pathway. That way we can get an additional 15% health on the Usos. Now, if you have a maxed out 3-star Naomi, you probably want to go to the bottom pathway. That's going to be the easiest route. But if you have a 4-star of any kind, you're probably going to want to actually upgrade that character. So we have the special vulnerable. We're going to use that against Randy Orton to get critical damage and precision, but we did not get a crit. Randy Orton did get momentum, and he's got rage. So we're just going to beat him down. We have weakness now as well. I'm surprised that Randy Orton hasn't tried using the ability. Now we're at 2 bars, so it's not worth it. And it looks like weakness and momentum popping in, but Randy Orton just not doing anything. So the AI Orton seems pretty dumb. We're just laying waste to him and he's not doing anything. There's the low health stop.
We know what's coming.
So we're going to set him up for a pin.
Pandemonium in the ring. He's in trouble.
And that's going to put him away. Jey Uso, who I've not developed, basically took minimal damage against Orton. So the AI not that bright in that fight. And you get 50 event keys for that. Alright, so next up we're going to go the bottom pathway. Keep in mind you do spend an energy when you unlock here, so if you're trying to save energy, the middle pathway is actually the best way to do it, because you're only going to spend 6 energy. On the bottom pathway, you're going to spend 7 energy as well as the top pathway. So the middle pathway is actually the most effective one to use. However, if you don't have a 4-star, you probably want to avoid that pathway. But if you have a 4-star, it's only 3 fights versus 4, and you don't need women.
A capacity crowd is here tonight.
Alright, so we have an Asuka going up against Naomi. Let's get off the split-legged moonsault. We didn't get a 10-hit combo, but we still have a chance of that. Hits for 1,000.
This is the move that makes her famous.
And it actually stuns, so we can easily hit the 10-hit combo, get momentum in the signature range. There's the rear view. She is able to reverse it, unfortunately, as we got a little bit aggressive. So she's going to be able to get off the Empress kicks. And that hits for about 828. But it still didn't take that much off of Naomi because of the 30% health the Usos. And we get the split-legged moonsault off. Asuka will go to 0.
Split leg moonsault. Take heed of the wrath from a mighty woman. And what an incredible battle.
But if you're using Naomi on the team, you definitely want to be using both Usos just to get the extra 30% health. At minimum, you want to use Jimmy, but I definitely would recommend having Jey. You could definitely go double Jimmy with Naomi and probably be okay. But there's additional buffs that you get using Jey Uso. So now we're going up against Carmella, so we have two high flyers going at it, but mine has a lot more health at 37-16. But Carmella does have some interesting buffs, so we have to pay attention to that and not get too aggressive unless we have the momentum advantage.
Here we go.
She starts with momentum. That's actually really powerful. She's at 2 bars, but so are we. We barely went under 2.
This is not going to be good.
So she's going to go with the Bronco Buster. Those are some short shorts.
Bronco Buster. That was absolutely incredible.
She gained momentum from that as well, so it's going to be an interesting battle. We get signature vulnerable, which looked like on hit receive, so Carmella doing a lot of damage.
This is the move that makes her famous. A loss now would be catastrophic.
Oh, we actually failed 3 times. That sucks. So normally you would survive with a little bit of health, but I believe they changed it so it actually knocks her out. And yeah, that momentum at the start of the match from Carmella devastated. And that's why I think she's one of the top 3 divas. If you have Alexa Bliss or Charlotte, all 3 of them are actually really powerful. So we're going to have to heal her up.
I'm not sure.
One day I will actually train my Amazon Alexa to actually be right. Alright, so let's try this again. Hopefully we don't get signature vulnerable. And I think you guys are liking this Amazon Echo.
And there's the bell.
Right, so no momentum at the start of this match. That should help out a lot. Right, we got momentum. Let's get off the signature since we have the momentum. And vulnerable. So what a difference that makes. And Carmella goes down. So yeah, it seems like RNG based. All right. Alright, so in our next matchup, we're going to get up against Becky Lynch. I'm still not sure why we can't actually get her. A couple of people thought that he would actually be an event. I know that Tony Leslie has pointed out that Becky Lynch and Brie Bella do not have a second signature, so that's potentially why as well. But why are they in the game and playable and unlockable? Let's get off the rear view. We did not get momentum for some reason.
That'll be heard all around the world.
There it is. Looks like we got it at the start of the move. So we're going to have the split-legged moonsault before Becky Lynch hits.
She's going for it.
And Boss will move. That could be a good move. But we got her down again. It's a pretty slow pin. And Becky Lynch goes down. Again, I don't think you should be doing the bottom pathway for farming unless you do have a maxed out 3-star Naomi, which is like 270,000 bucks. It's probably easier to just use the Usos if you have them leveled up. Especially the middle pathway, because it's 3 fights versus 4, and the AI is dumb when it's a tag match. Alright, so we're going to use Jimmy Uso against Rusev in our next contest. And even though we have the damage disadvantage, it shouldn't be a problem. That is a horrible offer. I would not pay 100 gold for it, so don't take it. The only offers that you probably want to consider are basic tier 3 weights and tier 4 weights if the gold cost isn't ridiculous. As long as farming gold is still easy to do. But they did spring this Thanksgiving event upon us. I don't know if events have to actually be updated and not hotfixed in. I know that events can be hotfixed in via a content to download. Alright, so Jimmy Uso is at 2 bars. Rusev is not.
Oh wait, he's not.
Precision and critical damage, so that's actually going to hit decently hard.
All around the world. Good cover. Is it enough? Submitted.
Rusev is knocked out. He barely missed the pin. Looks like he still doesn't have momentum. Rusev with weakness. So the Accolade is not going to do much to Jimmy Uso.
No
able to break that. Yeah, the weakness definitely helped. But we got stunned and exhausted.
Are you kidding me?
But Rusev is down low enough. I don't think it really matters. It's block spamming though. Let's go off the sleeper hold and put him away.
It doesn't get any closer than that without the bell ringing.
And there is Jimmy Uso, the WWE Champion. Probably the only time you'll ever see that. Unless, of course, he's your first 4-star. Then you'll probably see it a lot. Alright, so the first clear of the event is done, and we get 500 skill keys and 10 gold. So this event is definitely worth farming. So now, I'm thinking that the middle pathway is about as strong, probably weaker than the top pathway. I think the top pathway is actually harder. So let's take Naomi out, unless she actually has a benefit. I'm not sure. What is the benefit using her? 10% energy gain, and that's it. So Naomi really does nothing else. So let's swap in Jimmy Uso for 10% health. So yep, it is actually better to use all men because Naomi only gives energy gain, and I don't think that's as big of a stat. So we used Jey Uso against Randy Orton. That seemed to work pretty well last time, but that Randy Orton was also dumb. So we'll see how this goes.
A capacity crowd is here tonight.
So there's weakness again. We're going to get off the special 2 right when weakness went. He only hit for 524.
He's taking him downtown.
So special move vulnerable. Get off another fisherman suplex.
Oh, we know what's coming. Bam!
He can't reverse it because of vulnerable. He does gain momentum though. And he gains rage because he's full. For some reason he's not using a special. There he finally goes. Rope hung DDT from Randy Orton. Still bummed that I do not have a 3-star Orton or a 4-star for that matter. Let's go off the corkscrew senton. It's not going to pin him because of weakness, but it's still going to do okay.
He's not going to, is he? That'll be heard all
Barely
around the
does
world.
any damage. 231.
Oh, a loss now would be catastrophic. Submitted. Submitted. He is barely holding on. Spectacular. Uh-oh. We know what's coming.
So there's a Luthez press from Randy Orton.
I've never seen anything like this.
Or weakness, that sucks.
Look at this.
He's going to reverse that, so we're going to go off the Samoan splash. At 25% damage.
Look at your move.
Still only hits for 347 because of weakness.
This is it.
But we're able to pull him down.
Just how much pain can one man withstand?
So what we're going to do is we're going to clear the middle pathway first. So I think that pathway is going to be easier than the top pathway. It's also less fights for farming. We're going to do the top pathway, but we're going to stop at Rusev, and we're going to see which path is actually harder for the YouTube community. Okay, so now we're going to go the Carl Anderson pathway. And it's a maxed out 2-star stats, basically. So it probably is easier to go the top pathway, but we'll see.
And here we go. From the top rope.
We'll be able to reverse that
quick
easily.
Reverse. just unloaded on him.
Yeah, I don't have the Usos leveled up, so that's the only bad thing.
Uh-oh, we know what's coming.
So neither of these pathways are actually going to
Someone's
be useful.
got to stop him. Oh, yes. Look at this.
Again, he uses a signature that we can reverse.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that'll leave a mark.
It seems like we got pretty dumb AI, at least. Let's get off the moonsault. This should set him up for a pin.
Oh, wait, he's not going to, is he? Bam!
Not quite, 358.
Unbelievable.
But he's at a bar. Somehow we got out of the way of that. Usually the opponent connects. Let's get off the Samoan splash. And that does trigger the signature vulnerable.
Signature move! That'll be heard all around the world. Outstanding.
So yeah, that wasn't too bad. I think if you have the Usos at max rank 3, you should be able to farm this pretty easily. But at a low rank, you're going to struggle. Now, is it worth leveling up an Uso for this event? I'd have to say no, unless you actually need skill cases. At which point, then it might be worth leveling them up for future events. So now we're going up against the entire New Day. And Xavier Woods does have the worst stats. The thing that you have going for you is that you do gain 40% health if you have both 3 stars and a 2-star. And you would also gain 55% health if you have both 4-star Usos along with a 3-star.
There's the
bell. You get that health pretty high. And even in versus, the Usos do work really well together because they both give health buffs to each other. We need to get to a bar before Xavier Woods wants to tag out. Unfortunately, he does.
Flying high
five. So Kofi's at 2 bars.
Look at this! Bam! I love it! The crowd loves it! Oh, we all love it!
Not quite tag out.
Oh, we know what's coming!
So use the special too. And he's vulnerable. Hits for... Wow. That hit hard because of the critical damage.
There we go.
So that basically one-shot Kofi Kingston. Jimmy Uso is definitely powerful signatures. So that was actually not that bad. You might think a 3-on-3 tag is dangerous, but again, the AI usually plays dumb in those matches, so it's not that bad. Alright, and then we have a weaker... Is it Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson in the next match? It's Luke Gallows. Yep, 24-41 and 262. So he's going to be basically as strong as anybody in the top pathway. So yeah, this middle pathway might actually be easier than the top pathway. But we'll clear it up to Rusev and then get out of it.
We're off to
we'll do the entire one on this one because I don't think it's going to be that bad. Alright, can we actually get a reversal?
Look at this!
No.
Bam! Ooh, wouldn't want to be on the receiving
end of that. It might be right when they said the air is not dumb enough to reverse.
Uh-oh, we know what's
coming.
Now
he did reverse.
Double the reversal, double the punch. Oh wait, he's not going to,
sometime.
This is the move that makes him famous.
Not quite as damaging.
He's in danger of being pinned. Submitted. Looks like he's struggling.
He barely missed the pin.
Unconceivable.
Let's go off the Samoan splash. That one hits for 850, so yeah, you definitely want to reverse it. But you also have to crit, too.
Barely holding on.
Right, that's the big one.
He's done.
But yeah, seems like the middle pathway is not that hard for the Uso that I have. It might take a little bit longer than having a maxed out Uso. But yeah, definitely doable. And for half a skill case, I would definitely do it. Farm it repeatedly. While you have the chance. Alright, so we're at Rusev. We are going to fight him. Again, it would be better to use 3-star Jey Uso if you have him level up. Unfortunately, I do not. But I did get Jimmy Uso, I believe, up to either the beginning of rank 3 or the end of rank 2. So he does have a little bit leveled into him. Remember, Rusev is going to have the class advantage, so our moves are going to do a lot less, which is probably why you want to have Jey Uso level up and not Jimmy. So it's a pretty weak fatigue, and really if you're just hitting Rusev, it doesn't matter that much.
Look at this!
Wouldn't it be something if it was like Injustice 2 where your hit combos actually make your moves do more damage?
Oh wait, he's not going to, is he? That'll be hurt
Not
all
going to
around
critical
the
hit there,
world.
only hit for 850.
Nice.
Triggered weakness. For some reason, Rusev looks like Tim.
From the top rope. Signature move.
That time it hit for 680.
Oh, he's taking him downtown.
And we got
Good
Rusev
cover.
down to
Is it
0.
enough? Oh, how much pain can one man
And
withstand?
we got the pinfall, even though it looked like he died. Kind of buggy animations there. Alright, so now we're going to do the top pathway, and we're going to see how hard this event is. We're going to stop at Rusev, because I do want to farm some skill cases. At first glance, I'd say the woman branch part is still harder, if you do not have a 3-star Naomi. Actually, we probably should stop before Rusev, because I don't know if it'll, like, clear the event out. So I think we'll do up to the 4th fight, and then we'll just get out, so it doesn't save everything. Because I don't know, like, if you cancel progress, if it's all lost,
Oh, I think we have
or
the
if it'll
best
actually
thing in the house.
save. This time we're using Jimmy Uso against Randy Orton, just so we're doing a little bit more damage.
From the
Got
top
the
rope.
corkscrew senton before his
Oh wait, he's
momentum goes off.
not going to, is he? That'll be
Did not
hurt
get a
all around
critical
the
there.
world.
However, Orton does have weakness. Okay.
Oh, we know what's
So he
coming.
does not try to
Damn.
reverse that, and he's still going to get pinned. Got
Well,
him.
that's the 3 count. It's a pin.
After missing 3 pinfall kickouts on Naomi, we managed to bounce back and get 6 of them. Alright, so again, we're going to go to the top pathway. We're going to collect our cash. So now we're going to fight Dolph Ziggler. And we do have the advantage against him, because we have a high flyer versus a showman. And the stats are about 2,500, so it is a little bit less than the first fight. So yeah, I think 4 fights versus 3, you still want to be able to do a middle pathway if you can. Don't be threatened by triple 3-on-3 tag matches, because they're actually not that bad. Can we get Dolph Ziggler to reverse? Yes.
That just came out of nowhere. He just reversed.
See how much damage this does. And Dolph Ziggler still, but we did get the shot and took him out. So he can steal all he wants. The steal mechanic's actually pretty cool though. I like that Dolph Ziggler has it, because he really doesn't get much momentum otherwise. You just got to get it to trigger. Dolph Ziggler has great synergy with Dean Ambrose, at least as of right now. We'll have to see how the synergy changes. I know that they did shuffle him up. We'll have to see if they do anything wild like that again. And will they put Big Show on SmackDown where he belongs? Alright, so another opponent at about 2,500 health. Wildcards are weak to brawlers. There are no brawlers in this. So I think the only way you get screwed is by dealing with a powerhouse or a brawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up.
Uso is weak to them. Jimmy Uso would be weak to powerhouses. Get off a corkscrew
From
senton.
the top rope. Oh wait, he's not going to, is he? This is the move that makes him
850, no
famous.
critical hit. However, that weakness is definitely pretty good. I know that Jey Uso used to have momentum.
We know what's coming.
AI does reverse, but we were under
Signature
2
move.
bars, so we're going to take a reality check here.
Oh, he's taking him downtown.
And we deserve that since we were not paying attention to it. So he has special
From the
vulnerable.
top rope.
Miz has signature vulnerable. I thought he
Signature
would have.
move. That'll be heard all around the world. I
And the
can't
Miz is
watch
going to go down.
this. Submitted.
So yeah, top pathway not really that hard, but the middle pathway was not that hard either. I think the bottom pathway was the worst. And maybe we should have considered farming to Rusev and then backing out. So this will be the last fight that we actually do. Alright, so there's a tag match between Sheamus and Cesaro. And they're both at about 2,600 stats. So yeah, I think the 3-on-3 tag is actually easier than 2-on-2. I don't know why, but you never deal with 3 opponents.
Ready and raring to go.
Be interesting if they had a way to break up pins, like if you have a momentum advantage. Look off the double Samoa splash, because I think he tried to use a special one.
He's not going to, is he?
Hits for 10.25. Yep, he wanted to tag out there. Cesaro does get tagged in by Sheamus, so we have to get him pretty low now. And he gains precision on tagging. Get off the corkscrew sometime. So he can't gain weakness.
Oh wait, he's not going to, is he? That'll be heard all around the world.
Yeah, so it looks like if you don't crit from that, it doesn't really do much. Cesaro is at a bar, and he does trigger weakness. Looks like on hit effect. Cesaro at 2 bars.
What's this?
I think if we trigger or get rid of that, I think we have signature vulnerable coming up. So let's get it off.
From the top rope. Oh, switch move.
Perfect.
He's taking him down.
Look at the precision that time. So it doesn't look like it's 100%, but it's pretty close. It probably is once it's rank 4. We missed the second attempt there. And he does tag out the Sheamus.
How much gas is left in the tank? Uh-oh, we know what's coming.
Sheamus does not reverse, but he's still going to get pinned.
On him. Good cover. Is it enough?
Almost got him.
What's this? Oh, yes! He just turned the table.
I guess the double Samoan splash does not have vulnerable. That's okay. A double back thrust kick. I don't think I've seen this move before.
Oh my
Hits for 13-15. Sheamus is going to tag out to 50 health Cesaro. Get off the corkscrew sometime just because we can and put him away in style.
Oh wait, he's not going to, is he? That'll be heard all
hits for
around the world.
21-25. So yeah, if it crits,
I
it
have
hits for
seen
like
it all tonight.
2.5 times the damage.
Submitted. It was just a matter of time.
But yeah, I still think that the middle pathway is actually the easiest one to farm. And then the top pathway, and then the bottom pathway. But that's just my opinion. Alright, so then in the final matchup of this event, there's Chad Gable that has about 2,700 health and 271 damage. And if you have Jey Uso is actually strong against technicians, so you can actually get a damage buff against him. So, in closing, again, I really think that the middle pathway is the easiest overall. And it doesn't actually say progress when you don't do the event. So you'll lose all progress. So you could actually do like up to the protein shake and it will not actually say progress. So in this one, Jey Uso is strong against Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods is weak, or Jimmy Uso is weak to Big E. But other than that, it looks like, I still think the middle pathway is the easiest one to do. Top pathway is slightly harder, and the bottom pathway is only easier if you have a maxed out 3-star Naomi, which you probably aren't going to have. So the big reason again to farm this event is just so you can get skill cases. Because if you open up said skill cases, you have a chance of getting all of these steel skills and smash skills. So there's 4-star, 3-star, 2-star steel, 3-star, 4-star smash skills. And you can see the differential in icons, and each one can get upgraded 10 times. So for example, let's say Sasha Banks. You can do a steel skill on her. The women actually do not have smash skills yet. It's only on the men. So if you go into the men, for example, and let's take AJ Styles. So they'll have high flyer smash skill, steel skill. But the women, for some reason, don't have smash skills yet. Probably because it'll be incorporated in the game, and I'm sure that'll happen pretty soon. So if you like this video on the Uso get-together event, technically a full clear, because you got to see the stats of everybody, but I will be farming the skill cases. Please give this video a like rating, comment, subscribe. Share this video amongst your friends. It is a favorite. Check out my other WWE Mayhem videos playlist. Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, which are all HollywoodShono. My Instagram, which is HollywoodShono God. And just to give you guys a preview, there is a way you can farm premium keys, 100 at a time. And the fights are actually not that hard. You don't get gold for farming it, but I think that the optimal farm is taking 3 fights on the bottom versus 4 on the top. And well, actually I think the top are actually easier opponents. But if you compare that to the sampler, how many premium keys you get? You get 75, and it's 11 fights. So yeah, you actually get gold for completing the sampler. So is it worth it to actually farm Thanksgiving? I don't think so. I think it's actually better to farm the sampler than it is to farm Thanksgiving for premium cases, but it's cool that they give you a little extra event. Leave your comments down below. Let me know if you guys plan on farming Thanksgiving, if you guys plan on farming Uso get-together, or if you guys just farm the sampler, or if you do my preferred route, the Rising Star Chapter 1-3, and getting a massive amount of gold. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and have a wonderful day, kids. It's probably better to just farm this than wasting your time on premium cases, because you only have to clear this 4 times versus 10.
www.youtube.com/HollywoodShono. Subscribe, bitches!